today's morning news wrap. I'm Siddharth Gulati and I'm going to bring you all the latest updates that made the headlines on different newspapers and on various digital platforms. So, as always, as it has been a usual drill, let's just begin with some cricket news and in that, some Indian Premier League news. And it's obviously the case that some life has been injected into the Indian Premier League after all those. Dead rubber matches, or maybe the matches in which the teams really won it rather comprehensively. That Sunrisers Hyderabad on the other day chased a massive total against Punjab Kings, the second highest run chase in the history of IPL. And now Punjab Kings have been on the winning end because they've defended the lowest score ever in the history of IPL here, because they defeated Kolkata Knight Riders by a margin of 16 runs by defending just 111. Well, batting first, Punjab Kings at Mallapur, they were bundled out for 111. Did not really have answers to the likes of Varun Chakravarti and Sunil Narine. But then in the second innings, at one stage, it looked like that Kolkata Knight Riders might just cruise to a win, but then they suffered a collapse and they were also bowled out for just 95, in which Punjab Kings defended the lowest score ever in the history of the IPL. And if we talk about who was really the player of the match for Punjab Kings here, it was Shreyas Iyer with his captaincy, but then it was Yuzvendra Chahal with his 4-wicket haul that he made sure that he not just returned to form but also guided Punjab Kings to a much needed victory after what had transpired in that high scoring game against Sunrisers Hyderabad. So after the match, there were many reactions that came in. Yuzi Chahal, he actually braved a shoulder niggle to make sure that he guided Punjab Kings to a massive victory against Kolkata Knight Riders here. Then if we talk about Ajinkya Rahane, well, he was not really happy after what happened in that game against PBKS, and he himself took all the blame for the loss that Kolkata Knight Riders suffered in a game that they should have won while chasing 112. And in case of Ricky Ponting, well, he has made a massive revelation by saying this thing, that this is his best ever win as an IPL coach. So a lot of reactions coming in. We'll keep you posted with all the stories and everything that's there on Sports Today. But moving on, there is going to be more IPL action today. Delhi Capitals are going to take on Rajasthan Royals at the iconic Arun Jaitley Stadium. Well, both the teams are coming off respective losses. Delhi Capitals lost to Mumbai Indians in a nail biter the other day at the same venue, while Rajasthan Royals, they lost to Royal Challengers Bengaluru rather comprehensively at the Savai Mansingh Stadium. So both the teams coming off defeats, and they would want to get back to securing that winning momentum ahead of the middle phase of the IPL here 2025. Delhi Capitals have still done well. It was just their first loss this season, while on the other hand, Rajasthan Royals have been pretty middling and their performance in the tournament so far hasn't really been great. So they would want to get their campaign back on track, starting with that game against Delhi Capitals. When moving on, another boost for Lucknow Super Giants here. Speedster Mayank Yadav has joined the LSG camp ahead of their game against Rajasthan Royals that's going to take place this weekend. That's going to take place on April 19th. Whether he's going to take part in that game or not, well, that remains to be seen. But one thing is for sure, that he has joined the LSG camp. In a video shared by the franchise, it can be seen that he has joined the team hotel. So it is great news. So now with Mayank Yadav joining in, LSG's pace bowling attack looks a lot more potent. Now you have the likes of Shardul Thakur, Akashdeep is there, Mayank Yadav is there for that matter, and obviously there are other options too. So overall, LSG have been boosted, but it still remains to be seen whether Mayank Yadav is going to take part in LSG's next game or not. That is something that we'll probably know in the next day or two, whether there are going to be any fitness tests or whether there's going to be any match simulations for Mayank Yadav. So all the latest things you can obviously find on Sports Today. We'll keep you posted about all the latest happenings. So that's about it as far as the morning IPL wrap is concerned. a bit about the PBKS and the KKR game, and now a bit about the Delhi Capitals and RR game. Austin Dekuna has a comment. He's saying that good morning, mate. Based on current form, which four teams do you think will be here to make it from the playoffs? Okay, if I have to pick teams on current form, I think PBKs and Delhi Capitals. PBKs, Delhi Capitals, Gujarat Titans look to be the most favorite, and maybe Lucknow Super Giants. But after what really happened in that game against Chennai Super Kings, not really sure about it. But Punjab Kings, Delhi Capitals, and Gujarat Giants do look to be the most favorite, and maybe Lucknow Super Giants. But that's, just an answer to your question. The teams that I had predicted before the beginning of the tournament were GT, KKR, MI, and CSK. In the middle of the tournament now, I have backed out as far as CSK are concerned, and I've included DC in place of them. One more comment. Nikhil is asking that no, it's not like that. Okay, so the point here is that it's not about hating someone. It's just about the fact that you would want a certain player, you know, you would want a certain player to play in a certain manner, and that's the kind of expectation that sometimes you have as a fan or as a viewer while sitting from outside. So I think that's the thing that you probably want to know about Shashwat here, so nothing wrong with it. Saket Mishra, thank you so much for the feedback. I will definitely look into it. A very good morning to you. So now let's just see, what the newspapers really have to say. Saurabh Chaudhary has won a 10-meter air pistol bronze medal in the Lima ISSF Shooting World Cup. Austin, I'll get to your comment. India's obviously white ball tour of Bangladesh is going to take place in August. 3 ODIs and as many T20Is. Pankaj Advani has reached the World Billiards Final. Mirabai Chano has been elected into the IWF Athletes Panel. Just a bit of snippets here. And I think the conducting boxing federation polls immediately says Kalita here, and even the officials are also saying that. Yeah, that's about it. And the latest points table of IPL is that GT, DC, RCB, and PBKS are featuring in the top 4, with LSG being the 5th team here. So that's about it as far as the morning wrap is concerned. Maybe I'll just take the last comment here. Is Yuzi the greatest Indian T20 spinner of all time? Well, that's a tough one to say, I think, but going by what he has done for India over the years, he does look to be one of the best, if not the best in this case. One last comment before we wrap things up. Nikhil is saying because Punjab and Delhi have not played much final and not qualified for the playoffs also. I think, yeah, we talk about the history of the IPL. There is obviously rich history as far as CSK, MI and KKR are concerned. But in case of Delhi and PBKS, one thing that they have made sure this time around is that they have some stable heads in their teams here. So that's good one, Saket Mishra. So I think in case of both DC and PBKS, having some stable heads, some kind of stability is very important. So it's great that they have big names now who can get the job done for them. It was the case in the previous seasons also, but then they could not really get all the important things done. But DC and PBKS look a different team under Bapu and Shreyas Iyer. I think Delhi Capitals and Punjab Kings, both teams have the quality to go the distance. So that's about it as far as the morning news wrap is concerned. Saket, the answer to your question. Stay tuned to Sports Today as we'll bring you all the latest updates and analysis from the sporting world. Last comment, Austin Dekuna, MI, SRH and CSK will have fight for the last 2 positions. MI's next 2 games, SRH and CSK. Hyderabad next 2 games, MI and CSK. Chennai's next 2 games, MI and SRH. Let's see how things really go. But one thing is for sure, I think one of the 3 teams of that Austin has mentioned here, MI, CSK and SRH, one might just make a comeback. So until then, it's Siddharth Gulati saying goodbye, and don't go anywhere because we are going to bring you all the latest updates and analysis from the sporting world, from the IPL. There's going to be a proper dugout, and then the match a discussion that we'll have, the mid discussion, and obviously a lengthier post discussion when the Delhi versus Rajasthan game ends.